got quite a party going on there in New Orleans. It is Mardi Gras, and tonight we're going to go ahead and give you a look at what is happening on Bourbon Street as we are here on this Fat Tuesday. Felicia's going to be asking a big question tonight, right?
It's all about indulging. That's what Fat Tuesday is about.
Okay.
It's about indulging as you prepare to not indulge.
Not indulge.
Yeah.
And so one of the
As
things
you
you want to
prepare for
know
Lent.
is what people are going to give up.
What are you going to give up?
Yeah.
What are you going to give up? Or
Right.
what could you give up? Or, you know, just a thought. Maybe you don't do Lent.
Okay.
Well, what would you give up?
One of the other things that we've got on Mardi Gras tonight, we're going to show you what's happening on Bourbon Street, and we're also going to show you kind of an interesting tradition that maybe people outside of Louisiana don't know about, the annual chicken run. Wait until you see that video. That's coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. Great to have you with us. Let us know where you're watching tonight, and we'll give you a shout out as we think about our weather tomorrow.
Yes.
And Felicia, it's going to be kind of an interesting day. You're going to need the rain gear, my friend.
We're going to need the rain gear, but I am just happy we're not going to need the snow gear.
True.
No.
Right?
Record tying warmth is what we have in the forecast. 70 is the record. We have 70 expected tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be windy, it's going to be warm, and it will be stormy at times. So we do have lots to cover as we look ahead to what appears to be a pretty active Wednesday. We'll be at 51 at 8 a.m. Keep in mind our average high in the low 40s this time of year. We'll be 10 warmer than that to start, 20 warmer than that by lunchtime, and could be about 30 warmer than where we should be, with highs in the upper 60s and low 70s. There will be several waves of storms expected. Even outside of the thunderstorm activity, it's going to be a very windy day. It'll be a warm wind, 20 to 30 miles per hour, but those gusts 40 to 50. And we've seen this the last couple of weeks with these powerful storm systems that we've been tracking. They bring down some trees, some limbs. Sometimes we get some power outages, so that can't completely be ruled out. Live Doppler 13 radar is quiet right now, but I'm going to expand the view. What we're watching is what's developing across parts of Missouri. That will get going in the next few hours. Also want to point out the snow that's falling. Far northern sections of Indiana into Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota. Parts of Minnesota, we talked about this last night, could get a couple feet of snow.
A couple feet.
A couple feet of snow out of this powerful storm system. We're obviously on the warm side of it, but where we have enough cool air, especially at the surface, and that's going to be across the northern part of the state. So think Fort Wayne, South Bend. There may actually be some ice up there before it changes over to rain. So I mentioned this just in case you've got some travel plans. I reminded my Trine students not to drive tomorrow morning, just in case there's freezing rain. And if you do have travel plans, say into or through Minneapolis, again, they could get a couple feet of snow. And this storm system stretches from parts of the Great Lakes all the way to the West Coast. And most of what you see here highlighted, that pink, those are winter storm warnings. The red, blizzard warnings.
Wow.
We're going to be on the warm side of it. Threat for a couple of strong to severe storms. That main or primary threat is to our south and west, but we may see some additional counties added to that low end severe risk for tomorrow. Several waves, first one between 3 a.m. and 7 a.m. with some thunder, some heavy rain. Might be enough to wake you up early tomorrow morning before your alarm clock.
Do you hear that, Felicia? You're going to be woken up by the thunder, maybe?
You don't like that part?
Well, no, that won't happen.
Okay,
That won't happen.
she's a sound sleeper. But if you're not, or you have puppies or dogs that might get you up, or kids for that matter, in the middle of the night, it's that timing is 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. So it may impact the morning drive. Chuck and the team will have the latest on sunrise at 4 a.m. Then I think we get a bit of a break. And then early afternoon wave of storms. This is 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And then thinking the strongest wave is that 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. time frame. So again, at this point, several waves of rain and storms possible on Wednesday.
So snow lovers looking at your forecast going, oh, we're missing out again.
Go to Minneapolis.
Right.
1 to 2 feet of snow.
That is a
and
lot
that's
of snow.
A big city and a decent sized airport. There will be some travel delays.
I just want to know who these people are.
Oh, there's snow lovers out there. Oh,
No,
yeah.
I don't believe them. I never seen it. It doesn't make sense. I want to see who these people are.
Sometimes
These
when
snow
we
lovers.
talk about how wonderful
Identify
it is
yourself.
in February, we do hear from the snow lovers
Yeah,
who
people
say,
get
hey,
mad.
yeah,
Wait a minute, it's supposed to be snowing.
Right,
Identify yourselves.
Okay.
Reach out to me.
Let us
Let
know.
us talk.
We've got a lot of friends joining us tonight. Matthew with us, Glenn, Pat, Wes is with us. Tyrone from Arkansas. Tyrone, good to have you with us tonight. Teresa's back here in Indianapolis. We've got Betty from Middletown, Indiana. Susan from the Valley of the Sun. Probably enjoying some warm temperatures out there. Dagny from West Lafayette. Gary from Chalmers. So yeah, we got a lot of friends joining us tonight. Great to have all of you with us. If you've not chimed in yet, make sure to put your town or city where you're watching, and we'll go ahead and give you a shout out. All right, we'll get back to Angela in a moment. We do want to turn our attention to one of the special reports that you're going to see tonight on 13 News at 11. Sierra Putman is going to be pushing for answers tonight in a 13 Investigates exclusive. Tonight, we're going to take another look at this death of this baby girl. We've got some video we want to go ahead and roll because we've been reporting about Harmony Jones. This is the little girl who died, and 13 Investigates has been after police and prosecutors asking this question: why has no one been arrested for either the baby's death or a past abuse case?
One of the concerns the family has is that the last case basically hit a dead end.
You know, usually when a case is exceptionally cleared, a lot of times that has to do with whether or not there were not enough elements of the crime to meet the standards for a criminal case.
So again, tonight at 11, an exclusive story. Sierra Putman uncovering the obstacles blocking the search for justice in the death of Harmony Jones. So one of the stories that you'll see coming up here in about 55 minutes over on Channel 13. All right, want to talk about Mardi Gras?
Yes.
Bring Angela back in. Talk
Yes.
a little bit about what's happening on Bourbon Street. All right, so a little while ago, we went ahead and taped some of what is happening on Bourbon Street. And we do that because, and here's the video, because we want to make sure that it's clean, because you never know down in New Orleans this time of year, you never know what you're going to see. So we wanted to make sure the video is clean.
Yeah.
So Mardi Gras in full swing tonight. And, you know, look, I've never been there for Mardi Gras. I've been to New Orleans once, but not for Mardi Gras, but lots of beads and lots of folks out there having fun. Did you know that Mardi Gras, the first Mardi Gras was held in New Orleans back in 1857?
Oh, wow.
So they've been partying there for a long time, haven't they?
And a good time has been had by all. Oh, man. Okay, and so Mardi Gras, also known as Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras is French for Fat Tuesday. And this is when, before, of course, it's based off of a religious holiday where Lent is coming up, which would they typically give up meat for 40 days?
That's a good
That's what I
question. I
know
don't
for
know.
it to be, that they would give up meat, which
Okay.
is why you would then end up eating a lot of fish. So the whole point was that you indulge completely on Fat Tuesday,
Yeah.
that you just go all out, whatever you want, whatever you do, whatever, I guess you could say vice in this sense.
Yes.
Sure.
That you just completely indulge.
Okay.
And so that also got us to thinking in the newsroom too, what is something that you feel like you could give up for 40 days or that you are planning to give up for 40 days if you do celebrate Lent?
I've never done this.
I haven't either.
But I would say the thing that I would choose something that would be difficult for me to give up.
Okay.
And that would be sweets.
Yes.
Including chocolate,
Well,
because we're both chocolate
Sure.
fans, so that would be something I'd give up.
Because I know you guys are religious too, so I was kind of shocked when you all said you didn't do it. I mean, of course, there are a lot of different customs and traditions within
Right, right.
within religion, but I know Lent to be Catholic and Christian, and so at my church we always did it. And I'm from Chicago, and we always did it. And I identify as a Christian, but we always did it in the sense of. You know, spiritually, what are you giving up? And that's the whole idea, that you give up something to get you to refocus on your faith.
Right.
And so I would say television.
40 days?
Without
Yes,
TV?
isn't that a
Now,
lot of
that'd be
days?
hard for you to do this job, right?
It
You got to
would.
look
Oh,
at
yeah,
TVs
yeah,
all
you couldn't
day.
do that.
Oh, okay. This doesn't count. This is work. This doesn't count.
Oh, I
But
don't think I could give up TV for 40
I know
days.
it would be hard, but the point is that you would turn
You're
to
challenging
inside
yourself. Sure.
to your faith. So
Yep.
it does have to be something, doesn't have to be, but it's encouraged that it's something difficult to give up so
Right.
that you are encouraged to turn towards your faith.
Let us
So
know what you would give up
Was
then.
Lent not something that
It was something we did as a kid.
Okay, okay.
I just haven't done it in
Yeah.
a long, long time.
It's not
Yeah.
something we did growing up. I didn't grow up in a church that did that.
Oh.
Though we do fast for 30 days at the beginning of the year and toward the end of the year. And what I do is I pick out something in my diet, and it's usually Diet Coke, and it's usually sweets, and
He's our
sometimes
sweets guy.
it's bread. And then I also try to remove something, either some TV show or social media, and try to eliminate that for 30 days.
Well, I imagine a lot of people would be doing social media these days. I
Yep.
mean, because it just consumes so much of our time to the point where you don't even realize that you're on
Yep.
it. You're just checking it haphazardly. So I could certainly see that being one that a lot of people would choose.
Give up TikTok for 30 days.
You could definitely do that.
Yeah, 'cause I'm
'cause you
not
don't do it.
I'm not on TikTok.
But then when you give it up, you realize how much a part of your life
Right.
it is.
It's a good point.
you know?
Yeah. All right, we're going to go ahead. While you think of that and put it in the comment section, we do want to turn our attention to one of the most unusual Mardi Gras traditions. I'd never heard of it until tonight. I want to show you the chicken run. This is video in Louisiana, in Basile, Louisiana. Folks come fully dressed in costume. They're participating in the town's traditional chicken run this morning. Cajun Mardi Gras involves the chicken run. Some call it the Fat Tuesday run, annual tradition that involves costumed revelers who travel the countryside, begging and gathering ingredients like chicken and
Oh, look,
rice
someone caught
for
it.
a big pot of gumbo.
Oh, I feel bad for the chicken.
No chickens were heard in the video that you're
Okay.
seeing here. I don't know that to
That's
be the
different.
fact, but
I've never
yes.
heard of this, though.
I know, chicken
but that
run.
kind of reminds you of just all the subcultures that we have within American culture, because
Right.
it's New Orleans culture, it's French culture, it's the Creole influence, it's the Cajun influence.
Yeah.
All that's going on down there. It's a
Yes.
big melting pot.
It is.
I tell you what I love about New Orleans is the food.
Yeah.
The food is amazing.
We were talking
there.
about beignets
Oh, my
earlier.
Oh,
We took Grace after she graduated from high school, and the beignets. We had, the two
Yeah.
famous spots for beignets, and they did not disappoint.
right, right,
Oh,
right.
and first two steps on Bourbon Street, we ate
yeah, tell
just
your
we
story.
ate just off Bourbon Street. Grabbed a slice of pizza because we were starving. We had just drove in. Mouse runs across the floor. Mark's like, I'm out of here. So again, we don't live in a big city. A city like that, you're going to have.
That's a lot of
gonna
traffic.
happen.
It's going to happen. And then two steps onto Bourbon Street. Kid you not, I get hit by a scooter. Some dude falling off his scooter ran into me.
Oh my gosh.
And Mark's like, that's enough of Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
We'll see you
We're
later.
done.
So who had the drinks? The scooter guy or you?
No,
Probably the scooter guy.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, well, though he looked young. I hope he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
drinking.
Well,
but
there
then
you
we
go.
took, if you ever go down, the most fabulous bike tour of the city. So all the historical and cultural, it was amazing.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Amazing. It made the hit with the
Yeah.
scooter all worth it. And the mouse running across
Did
the
I
pizza
tell
place.
you guys who I met in New Orleans?
No, you
No.
never told us.
I have never told. That's why I didn't tell the story earlier, because I
right.
thought you guys have heard it before.
Bring it.
Oprah?
That would be awesome. I mean, now you got to bring it down since you bring
Beyonce?
it up. No, you guys are going for the top. And this guy is at the top in my world.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx.
Oh,
No way.
That's right.
Yeah, we're walking down the street, and this guy is leaning out the window thinking that, he's like hitting on us or something like that. And he was like, where y'all going? And we were like, is that Jamie looking in the car? Like looking at,
That's
peeping in
fun.
the car. So he was shooting his film Django.
Oh.
And so we end up going to dinner with Jamie Foxx.
Listen to
Oh,
this.
And
woo woo.
he invites us to dinner, and so I feel somewhat safe. It's in a group. Yes, I went with a stranger, but it's a group of us, and it was dinner with him and his security, and he was just like a really nice guy. He was really funny, very charismatic. If you have watched his films
Sure.
or if you're a fan, he is like. Really charismatic guy. Yeah, and then did it the next day. We went and had lunch the next day.
You
with
buried
someone
the
else
lead. You
that-
could have said that at the very beginning.
I really thought
That
I
beats
told you
beignets.
this story, and I don't want to. I'm too young to start being that person that tells my story over and over
No,
again.
I've never heard that
No.
story.
And that beats beignets and the bicycle tour.
true.
Yes. So at any rate, that's my, and I have to find a picture for you. This
That's a
was
good
definitely
story.
around 2012.
There you
so.
go. Who knew?
Yeah,
Who
Jamie
knew?
Foxx.
All right, that's a cool story. All right, weather tomorrow, you're going to definitely want to be weather aware.
Yeah, warm, windy, several rounds of rain and storms. First one 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. Should have another one early afternoon and another one early evening. Threat for a few strong storms, so we'll keep you updated.
All right, we got to go because we got to get on the news here in 45 minutes. Still have some writing to do. Hope to see you over on Channel 13
My story.
Jamie Foxx.
at 11 o'clock. Good night.